Saviours of Uldum card review. Mage, let's go! The first card is Naga Sandwich. I don't know how Naga tastes, but I would like to try. But this card, I don't think it's very good because even though people say it's good with Pyroblast, it is really not. And if you're saving 1 mana on a Blizzard, that's not good. Maybe it could work with Box of Yaxoran, but let's face it, Yaxoran's box is such a meme card. Like, it's better than Murabi, but it's as meme as Murabi. This card is going to get 2 stars in power or 1 star in seeing play. Sorry, Naga Sandwich, but you're just not good. Dune Sculptor is an interesting card. However, it has anti-synergy with cards such as Mana Cyclone, because random mage minions are, in my opinion, worse than random mage spells. And also, spells have synergies with Sorcerer's Apprentice, for example. And minions don't have that type of synergy. You could get minions such some very crap minions as Arcanosaur. Meteorologist is so-so. But this card is just not good enough to see play in any mage deck today. This card is 2 stars in power, 1 star in seeing play. This card is not. Tortolan Pilgrim is a better that card from Angoro. It is so bad I can't remember its bloody name. Because you can discover a spell that you put in your deck. So you can cast Box of Yaxoran, which of course you would cast with this card. It isn't something like a card that could kill you. Yes, it can, and that's why this card is not very good. Maybe it's going to see play in Conjurer Mage, but the problem is it's not going to see play because the spells in that deck are tied to, Conjurer's Calling. And you will never play this in Cyclone Mage. Let's face it, like, you have Magic Trick there, so many 1 mana spells that it's impossible to put this there. Even in normal Conjurer Mage with, how you call it, with Book of Spectres, you run only Book of Spectres, maybe Frostbolt, and Conjurer's Calling. This card is very bad. 2 stars in power, 1 star in seeing play. Cloud Prince is, in my opinion, the first good mage card out of the ones I have reviewed. This card is basically, if you have a secret, cast Fireball, which makes it this 1 mana 4/4. That is very good. However, you have to play a secret and keep it. That could be sometimes an issue. Or you can get 8 mana 4/4 Fireball, which is already pretty much value, and you get a free cost secret, Mage Secret, which is also pretty good. And that makes Cloud Prince a 4-star power card. However, I do not think the Tempo Mage package is good enough or the secret package is not good enough against Conjurer Mage, because Conjurer Mage is a very oppressive deck, and this is not going to beat that. So 1 star in sync play. Sorry, Cloud Prince. Arcane Flak Mage. Arcane Flak Mage is the same thing as Cloud Prince, because this card is actually very good. It's supposed to support maybe a little control or tempo-y secret type deck. However, that deck is not going to beat Conjurer's Calling. Never. And that's the problem with Mage cards. Conjurer's Calling is so good with Mountain Giant, with giants in general, that every card has to be either fit in Conjurer Mage or be so good that it ends up being an unbeatable deck. Because Jesus Christ, why would you not play Conjurer Mage? The Arcane Flag Mages isn't good enough for Mage. Again, 4 stars in power because the effect is insane. But 1 star in sync play, sorry secret package, you are not just good enough. Ancient Mysteries is basically a 2-mana secret. Granted, you have a secret in your deck. I have one question for this card. Is it better than Conjurer's Calling Mage? No, this card is not going to see play. Sorry, Secret Mage, again. But your time in the spotlight was non-existent. 3 star power, 1 star seeing play, let's go on. Flame Ward. This card is a very good secret. However, I have one question for it. Is it better than Conjurer's Calling? No, it is not. You are not going to see play. 4 stars in power, 1 star in seeing play. Let's go on to the next card. Puzzle Box of Yaxoran is one of my favorite cards in the expansion. It's so goddamn insane. It's incredible. However, this card is a meme card. Let's face it, this card is never going to be played competitively. I think pre-nerf Yaxoran was seeing play on tournaments because it could turn the game around. However, if you give this to only Mage, who already has tons of board clears, and you leave it to RNGesus, this card is unfortunately a 1 star, 1 star. I love it, but it's not good. Sorry. Raid the Sky Temple. The reward is a 2-mana hero power that actually gives you a mage spell and it costs 2 less. It's basically how you call it. It's a primordial glyph without a discover. Does this fit into Conjurer Mage? Maybe. I mean, ruining a Mulligan isn't very good. However, you can play it like with Sorcerer's Apprentice, then like Raid the Sky Temple, few mirror images, maybe the twin spell Ray of Frost, and then end up with Elemental Evocation and Mana Cyclone. And you maybe have around half of the quest done. And that could actually be pretty good. But Renninger Mulligan, I think it's too much for Conjurer Mage. This card gets 3 stars in power, but it gets 2 stars in seeing play, because there is some potential here. Reno the Relicologist is one of the worst legendaries I have ever seen. You basically ruin your deck because Mage really likes duplicates for a worse Flame Strike. You get basically a 6 mana clear the board, and that isn't very good. Tempo Mage is not going to... Reno the Relicologist is one of the worst excuses for a card I have ever seen. If your deck has no duplicates that deal 10 damage randomly split among all enemy minions, that's basically worse Flame Strike. You basically get a 5 mana card and maybe 10 damage split across all enemies. That could be... For Mage, this could be like a 5 mana card maybe. However, it's spread across only minions. So if your opponent doesn't have any minions, this card does jack shit. Also, this card is just not going to work. It's the worst out of the Explorers. I think it's worse than Inkmaster Solia, and that card never saw play. Maybe in Wild it will see play, but Torino Mage, I think, doesn't need this type of card. Just doesn't need it. Kazakus gets the value, and the Adorino just heals you to full. This card, this card is useless in Wild almost, because either you're destroying a cube and you're killing yourself, or you're destroying nothing because you're playing against some insane aggro deck. And you die. So this card is basically useless everywhere. 1 star in power, 1 star in sync play. And fuck this card. Jesus Christ, this card is horrible. I do not want to talk about this. Jesus Christ. This will be it for this card review on Mage cards. Be tuned. Priest is up next. Now, this is the conclusion of my Mage card review of Saviours of Uldum. Be tuned for Paladin up next.